One is job creation, the other is job fulfillment. So if we create all these jobs, and these are high value jobs, but if we can't find the people to fulfill those jobs, you need certain expertise, then we'll have a problem there as well. And unfortunately, today, again, there is large percentage what academia is producing and what industry want, there is a big gap. And this gap is primarily coming up with, because we are living in a knowledge economy where the industry is moving a lot more rapidly, and this textbook model of teaching is dead. We just have not buried it. So take an example of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, things are changing rapidly. So if I were to produce a cybersecurity textbook and try and train a faculty to teach it, by the time that happens, cybersecurity has moved on. We need to change that. The shelf life of any college degree is no more than 3 to 5 years. So what we need to do today to train the youth is to train them to learn versus to train them to in a particular subject, because they will have to continuously learn, and they cannot keep continuously going back to a 3-year program or a 2-year program or a 1-year program. So what we have done is created a program which consists of 8 different modules which are 21st century skills that will help them to learn. So there are things like problem solving, critical thinking, communication. Since we are all living in a service economy, customer centricity. Since nothing today works without IT, also English is becoming it's a global language. So things like that. So we worked with the employers and and we talked to about 1,000 employers and asked them, when you hire people, what is it you're looking for? And the result of that was all of these competencies. So we have built these competencies, modules, a training program with these competencies, and we have rolled this out.
So that's Dr. Ramesh and Dr. Ati Keller, our President CEO, sharing with you exactly what the foundation is doing and what we're about to offer you. And all of these guys are totally for free. No, kanina umaga nag-question yung isang participants, are you going to pay for this? This is totally free from the good heart of Dr. Ramesh Wadhwani. That's the reason why I was saying earlier, you are exactly in the right place and at the right time right now. You've been chosen to be here, and it's now your choice. No, Dr. Aji was saying it's a knowledge economy. We have our college degree, our university has prepared us in the best way they can for the world of work, but the world is changing regularly. The world is changing. Right now we have generative AI already. Chat GPT is becoming like a trend already. I don't know if you've heard about that. A lot the need for AI and technology and digital world is becoming fast growing, and the world of work eventually will be affected by this. No, and Dr. Aji Kela mentioned the key. No, you have to learn how to learn fast, or else you'll end up being left behind by a lot of individuals who have already been trained how to learn fast. And that is what Wadhwani is offering with you right now. The 10 modules that would make you job ready, the soft skills that will make you job ready will be offered for you. So I'd like to challenge and ask each one of you, I'd like you to take this course seriously, okay? And get as many of the insights you can get, because in the long run, after ending the course, that the learning shouldn't stop from there, no? They say that you would need 10,000 hours to be able to actually perfect a skill. So what you will going to learn from the 60 hours to 70 hours program that we will be offering you, you need to continuously practice it and keep on exposing yourself on the scenarios and the skills that is being taught to you, and eventually you'll get to perfect the skill at the most and be able to shine in your respective workplaces. So I'd like to end by saying, guys, you're never short to become the best version of yourself. It's a matter of first gaining the confidence you need to be able to transition to the world of work. I am happy that most of you were saying you are ready for the job interview. But you know, guys, to pass the job
Mm.
interview, there's one element that you would need to show. You have to be very, very confident about what you have and what you can offer to the company. And this is exactly soft skills, as they would say. So thank you so much for being here. And we are blessed to be here. And we are excited to be part of the journey that you will have. No, UE and the team of Miss Nila and the Wadhwani Foundation, we are excited for you. But in the long run, the decision for you to become the best version of yourself is your personal decision, not ours. Okay? So with that, I hope you have gained inspiration from Dr. Ramesh Wadhwani, who have transcend his physical inability and become a tech billionaire. We'll never know. Maybe somebody from this cohort would be another Bill Gates or Ramesh Wadhwani in the future. No one can tell exactly. No. So I'll now give the floor to Ms. Maya to give you more details about what you are expected to do in the next few weeks or months. Thank you so much, and I hope I've made you inspired with the life story of Dr. Ramesh Wadhwani.
Thank you, Chris. Chris, by the way, is our leader for the whole Southeast Asia. And in spite of his busy schedule, no, talagang special ang UE para sa amin. He made time to be with all of you. And we would like to extend our gratitude to GCCSO for partnering with us. And I know that this is a lot of job for you, but we are grateful that you're opening this opportunity to our students in UE. And to our dear students, just to let you know, as I mentioned in the earlier batch, and also as Chris had mentioned, you are blessed to be here. You know why? Because not all schools provide the same support as your guidance counselors are doing right now. In fact, maraming schools, they don't give priority, for example, sa placement, sa job interview. In short, bahala kayo sa buhay ninyo kung makapagtrabaho kayo or hindi. But in the case of UE, they really want to ensure your success, not just while you're in UE, but even beyond. So even when you graduate, so that's the goal. So speaking of success, so let me just ask you very quickly, I just want to know the landscape of the different students that we have here right now. So how many of you here have experience working in a company setting or in a family business? So type I. Okay, type I or 1. Meron na kayong experience sa mga, okay, wow, bilis. Okay, there you go. Okay, excellent. Okay. All right, so very good. Now, okay, thank you. Ang dami pala, Miss Nila. Daming mga, I think, working students probably, so very good. So the good news is the program is still applicable for you even if you're already working or you're a working student. Now, my second question is, how many of you here would like to level up your skills in looking for your dream job? Okay, type 2. So you want to level up your skills. Sino dito? Wow, bilis. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Sino naman dito ang napilitan? Okay, wag nyo na i-type. Again, as Chris had mentioned, nothing happens by accident. You are here on your own accord. And walang sapilitan dito. So, pwedeng for some of you, this is a requirement. But I believe this is also not an accident that you're here. And marami na nag-benefit sa program namin. So, let me just share with you what the program is all about, so in partnership with GCCSO. So the program that you're about to participate in is called the Job Ready Program. So I hope you can see my screen. So as the name indicates, Job Ready, okay? Getting yourself ready for the world of work. Tama yung sinabi ni Chris kanina, actually, ang daming available jobs. Ang dami. You don't need to go far, Tignan nyo na lang sa Job Street or sa Jobs 180. Just chat or sa Google nyo lang. Available jobs, ang daming lalabas. But the common problem is this, In our discussions with various HR and recruitment officers, they will often say, ang daming applicants, pero maraming hindi qualified. Okay, that's the challenge. Ang daming applicants, pero ang daming hindi qualified. For one job, on an average, there'll be at least 100 applicants. Okay, and they will shortlist 5 to 10. And out of the 10, only one will be qualified. So ganun kababa yung statistics. So our goal is that, okay, we will increase those stats wherein there'll be more students or more graduates who will be qualified in their prospective jobs. Okay, so that's what the program is all about. Job Ready is all about employability skills, or what we call the 21st century skills. Okay, so why did we come about with this program? So as Chris had mentioned, we're actually in the vision of providing jobs through entrepreneurship, innovation, skills development, which you are going to go through right now. And the hope is, or the goal is to help students or graduates change their personal lives so that in effect, they will have an impact on nation building. So you will be contributing also to the national economy. Okay, so we are present in 20 countries across 3 continents, and we have more than 200,000 students worldwide who have taken the employability skills program. And our goal is for you to be able to acquire, sustain, and progress in family supporting jobs. What do we mean by that? That the jobs that you'll be able to find, okay, so this is the measure, it will be able to support at least a family of 4. Okay, so ganun siya ka-specific. In fact, by 2030, so we hope to generate or help place students around 50 million of our graduates. So ang gusto sana namin after this program is that you will allow us to get in touch with you so that we'll also assist our guidance office in the tracer study kung effective ba yung naging program namin sa inyo or not. So I hope you will not mind us getting in touch with you after, because, okay, as Chris had mentioned, we will continue to learn. Okay, we'll continue to level up our skills. And the nice thing about this program is that it's 100% digital. Okay, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your own homes. Although right now, face-to-face na tayo. Tama ba, Ms. Nila? 100% face-to-face na ba ang UE?
Yeah, Monday to Thursday face-to-face, and then Friday is online.
Okay,
So
ayan.
I think it's almost 100%. Almost 100%.
Okay, so there you go. And so at least this will not be in conflict with your other schedules because this is self-paced, and at the same time, no, it's AI enabled. Okay, John will demonstrate that later, no. So what do you mean by AI enabled access? Okay, so how did we come about this program? We actually surveyed more than 1,100 companies, and we asked them about the degree of importance for them in terms of hard skills or technical skills and soft skills. And what we found out is that 92% of executives and owners agree that soft skills are equally or sometimes even more important than technical skills. Ito common na discussion to sa mga HR practitioners. They would say, no, alam mo, Miss Maya, madali lang naman ituro yung technical skills eh. Kasi yung technical training, naka-manual na yan eh. Ang mahirap ituro yung soft skills like emotional quotient, resiliency, kasi mga bata ngayon parang ang daling sumuko, o kaya yung ability to work with others, even communication skills. Kapag sa social media, parang ang daldal nila, pero pag face-to-face, ayaw magsalita. So nandun yung struggle ng mga trainers and mga HR practitioners. So, but now in this survey, we found out that the companies put premium on soft skills, and they're even willing to pay for trainings such as this. But in your case, good news, and thanks be to God, magpasalamat din tayo sa guidance for partnering with us, no? This will be given to you for free. You don't have to pay us anything, no? So because we are a foundation, we are offering this program to you for free, okay, in collaboration with GCCSO. Okay? Now, as a result of that survey, we have grouped the different soft skills or employability skills into clusters. So there are around 10 clusters. So when you enter the platform, ito yung mga topics na makikita ninyo. So mamaya, Jam will show you what the platform looks like. So we have the communication basic, okay, communication workplace, customer centricity, so how to deal with your customers or clients, attitudes and behavioral skills, so dun papasok yung mindset, EQ, etc. Digital literacy, so we have basic and the workplace. Problem solving, so includes critical thinking, okay, negotiation skills. Teamwork, so kasama dyan ang leadership skills, okay. Workplace awareness, so that includes inclusivity, gender sensitivity, etc. Entrepreneurial mindset, you might ask, Ma'am, bakit kasama yung entrepreneurial mindset? Hindi naman ako mag-start ng business. Now, the trend nowadays in companies that they want to train their employees to look at their company that they're working in as if they own it. Okay? Kasi if you own a company, how would you treat your employees, for instance? If you own the company, how will you manage your time, for example? So iba kasi pag ang mindset mo is that you own the company, no? And it's also a good training ground for you if eventually you would decide to be an entrepreneur yourself. And incidentally, we also have a program for that, okay? Under Wadhwani Entrepreneur. And then lastly, we have the success in job interview. Okay, so the nice thing is, ang GCCSO, they have a program already, in place when it comes to preparing you for the job interview. So our the topic in the platform will serve as a complement to that program. So meron kayong, for example, how to create your CV or your resume, how to do your video resume. So we have that in place in partnership with Jobs 180. You have to create your 1-minute video resume because right now the trend is, especially in the pandemic, the companies will no longer call you for an actual interview. To save time and resources, they will request you to submit to them your 1-minute video resume. Ganun na yung trend na yun. And there are also interviews who will happen online. So unless you know how to position yourself, how to face a camera, how to use lighting, etc., no? So that will be your edge if you know how to do it, okay? So that's why part of the requirement before we release our global certificate is that you create your resume link, which is an online link. And we do check them. Kasi may mga iba gumagawa lang na resume link just for the requirement. But then when we check their FB profile, biglang sa iba na pupunta. When we check their email, biglang non-existent. Please don't do that because it's to your detriment. Sayang naman, we're here to help you find a job that is suitable for you. So sa start pa lang, no? So how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay? So kung doon pa lang sa CV nyo, saka sa resume, namimeki na kayo. Please naman, ayaw natin ng mga namimeki, di ba? So we want authenticity and also truthful information. Because we also have industry partners. So UE, they have the industry partners. We also have our industry partners. We can easily, send them your resume to help you in your job interview. Okay? So there you go. So when you enter the platform, what will you learn? So this is our pedagogy or framework. So the watch, think, do, play, do, test, explore, they are all synchronous, meaning at your own pace, at your own time. Okay? As long as you will finish before the deadline. So kung halimbawa gusto mong mag-cram, okay, 2 days before the deadline, but of course we don't encourage that. So ideally you do it as suggested by the GCCSO. Meron silang ibibigay na time frame sa inyo. So follow that please. So nakalagay dyan around 81 hours, but to be honest with you, we have students who are able to finish it in 60 hours. Kasi nga sanay na sa online. I think yung mga 81 hours para sa mga katulad namin na hindi naman talaga natural digital citizens, no? But kayo, sanay kayo. So it can even be shorter. The only asynchronous part will be the only synchronous part will be the collaboration session. Okay? So GCCSO have designed a program for your group collaboration. So this is the fun part. So this is where you get to work with your peers. So kung merong peer counseling, meron tayong peer learning. Okay? So I'll just go through each pedagogy very quickly, and then I'll pass the floor to Jan. No? So how will you learn? Of course, it says watch the video, 5 to 8 minutes lang, explaining the concept or the lesson. And the nice thing is, everything is real work scenario. Okay? So from real life, from real example. In fact, we have instances wherein merong nag-undergo ito, nag-OJT siya, and then meron siya na-encounter na video dun sa platform. Sabi niya, sana napanood ko earlier Kasi ito nangyari sa akin. So nag-commit siya ng mistake. But because she was not yet trained, hindi niya nakuha hindi niya napanood yung video. Nang hinayin siya, sabi niya, sana pala, I finished the lesson earlier. I could have applied immediately what I've learned from that video. Okay? So make sure that you watch the video and then understand the concept. And then sa think part is when you will reflect on the lessons. Okay? So there'll be multiple choice question, but it's not graded. It's just for you to do self-reflection. Kaya nga think part. Now, the do play is when you will practice answering the actual test. Okay, so application of concepts, again, multiple choice questions. And there's no grading, but the nice thing is you will have feedback from an AI. So mamaya i-demonstrate ni Jam, no? So pag mali ang sagot mo, ano sabihin ng AI? Pag tama, anong sasagot mo? Okay? So you will get to see how it's done, no? Now, the do test is where it will be graded. And we will encourage you, okay, to ensure that you'll be able to answer this correctly because it will affect your skill scorecard towards the end. So I'll explain that later on. No? So this time, wala ng feedback and it will be graded. Okay? Now, the last part for the asynchronous is the explore. So sa explore, admittedly, hindi naman lahat ng concept maituturo sa isang 5-minute video, di ba? So that's why we added resources for additional or further learning. So we want you to also take time to, do your own research and then promote self-motivated learning. So just click on the website, on the links, and then it will lead you to a YouTube page or a website that will help you get more information about the lesson. Okay? So it's already done for you. All you need to do is click. Okay? Now, sa collaboration part, merong ginawa ang UE, ang GCCSO, na mga different activities every other week. Okay, I don't know if they're doing it every week, so just wait for the announcement. But you will be grouped accordingly, and then you will work together as a group. In our experience, this is the most impactful part. Why? Because you will learn from each other. And then you will also get to have a simulated experience of what is it like to work with people that you do not know. Okay, because that will happen in actual work. How is it to work with people who have different ways of doing things? Okay, so mas mabuti nang dito tayo mag-practice, di ba? Kesa tsaka tayo mga away pagdating sa world of work. Or doon pa lang tayo matututo makipag-team up sa ibang tao. So dito pa lang, let's be a team player. Let's give our 100% and then participate actively in the collaboration sessions. Actually, ang saya-saya talaga nung collaboration session last time because we get to sit in, we see how it's done. Ang gagaling ng mga UE students, sobrang creative and very impressive yung mga output nila. So we're expecting more from this batch, no? Okay, so there you go. So that's the pedagogy or the framework. Watch, think, do, play, do, test, explore. That's the asynchronous part. And then we have the collaboration, which is synchronous, okay? So how will you be assessed? So there'll be two parts. So one is, the first part is a formative assessment. So ito na a cluster to every group of lessons. No? So it will be grouped accordingly and then there'll be 4 formative assessments. So each FA is based on the previous lesson. That's why it's very important, dear students, do not attempt to answer the FAs if you haven't finished all the lessons. Okay? Because that will have an impact on your skill scorecard, which I will show to you later. All right? So this will be around 30 minutes. So you will get 2 attempts. Yun naman ang nice thing, no? You will get 2 attempts. So the one with the best score will be recorded. You're aim for a passing score of 70%, but I will ask you, no, don't just aim for a passing score. Aim for a very high score. In fact, ang ganda ng scores ng mga UE last time, no? I think nag-average sila ng 80% and above, no, in terms of their assessment. And then the last one will be the summative assessment. This is like a comprehensive exam. So ito na yung lahat ng lessons will be covered. So around 40 multiple choice questions. Again, similar to FA, you will have 2 attempts. So the best score will be recorded. The passing rate is 70%, but aim for higher. Okay? Walang bumagsak sa UE. Thanks be to God. Okay, very good. So what will happen if you miss or let's say talagang after that hindi kayo nakapasa, no? Even after 2 attempts. The GCCSO can give you a certificate of participation, but we cannot release the global certificate because you need to pass the whole program in order to be entitled to the global certificate. Okay? Now, so what is expected from you? So of course, just watch the video. Please finish the video. Some students will complain, but ang bagal, ang tagal. Okay, don't worry. We are updating it regularly. So kung meron kayo napansin na gusto niyo improve, just message us, but be very specific which video. Okay, yung nahihirapan kayo or nababagalan kayo so that we can give feedback also to our tech team, no? Think part is what you need to, where you need to reflect. Sa do part, okay, do sa do play, it will not be recorded, but do test, please answer them. Do not skip them. In fact, pagdating sa mga formative assessment and summative assessment, please do not skip a question because that will have an impact on your skills scorecard. And then lastly, explore. That's when you go through each resource for in-depth understanding of the lesson. Okay, so there you go. And then sa collaboration, please make sure that you will participate because even if this will not be strictly graded, but in our experience, this is where our students receive more impact or learning. Okay, because they get to understand each other. We will also have a deeper understanding of yourself. Ganito pala ako mag-work. Ganito pala ako mag-isip. Ganito pala ako in a team. Okay, so you will have more self-awareness as well. And then sa assessment, again, aim for a passing score. So even if you have 2 attempts, no, so give your best because this will impact your skills scorecard. So towards the end, this is what you will get. Okay, the comprehensive skills scorecard. Now, what is the value of this? No, in an interview, madalas tanungin, for example, ng interviewer. So, what are your strengths? Anong gagawin natin? Titingin lang tayo sa langit. And I think my strength is, ayan, parang nanguhula, no? But if you have this scorecard, no, the comprehensive skills scorecard, you'll be able to provide a concrete measure of your skill. And the nice thing is this is actually dynamic. So pag meron kang skill na tingin mo gustong pa-improve, no, you can actually go back, okay, later on and then improve on your skill scorecard. And this is downloadable, meaning you can include this in your resume, in your portfolio. You can even upload this in your resume link sa Jobs 180 so that your employers, okay, your prospective employers will have a snapshot of your skills. So now they know, mukhang fit tong batang to, magaling pala sa communication. Magaling pala siya sa problem solving, okay? And then you will even have an in-depth analysis of your performance in each sub-skill. So how would it look like if it looked like this? Okay, there you go. Okay? So this time when an interviewer asks you, so what are your strengths? What can you contribute to the organization? You now have something concrete to show them. And this will also serve as a baseline for them. Like for example, if they ask you, what is your weakness? And you will say, actually, my weakness is digital literacy because I'm not so used to, for example, digital technology. So now the company would say, okay, that's no problem. We have a training for that. So meron silang baseline, no? So they would see if you have a good fit dun sa organization or not. So that's the value of this. In fact, companies, when they develop this, it will actually cost them a lot. So when they see that you have this available for them, they will highly appreciate it. Okay, so on top of the global certificate, you will receive your comprehensive skills scorecard. Okay, there you go. So after that, of course, GCCSO will continue their support for you in terms of interview preparation. So they will conduct a job fair, even mock interviews. Please participate. Naku, nangihinayang ako sa mga estudyante pag minsan parang they just look at this as a requirement. Look at this as your practice already. Mabuti lang dito tayo mag-practice kaysa sa actual interview, di ba? So participate in the program of GCCSO so that you will be well prepared for your job interview. And of course, we also provide job search support. So aside from the job fairs of GCCSO, we also partner with Job Street. If you go to their website, you will find their mga job openings. Doon din namin pinopost yung mga internship, OJT, so you will find many opportunities for you there. Okay? So now, so this is, in a nutshell, that's our digital skilling model. So you're done with 1 kasi meron na kayong course, no? So you're now at number 2. So you will now enter the platform, which John will now demonstrate to you. And then afterwards, you will have the interview preparation together with GCCSO. And then later on, so that's why we're asking you to also to be in touch with us. When you go to the World of Work, you can still take our Job Rise series. Ito naman sa mga may mga trabaho na. okay, to help you level up or be retained in your company. Okay, so I will not play any more our testimonies, but we have given this to more than 200 students all across the globe. So pwede, hopefully one day we'll put a UE student dito sa testimony, no? So that we can also feature you in other countries, no? Now, how to start on the platform, John will discuss this in detail, and I think we will set up an FB group for all of you. Okay, so with that, I pass now the platform or the venue, the mic to John to walk you through the platform. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Maya. So before I start discussing about the platform, I invite everyone to please join the Facebook link here in the chat box, because the Facebook page for you will be as our main communication platform. So if ever you guys have a problem with the technical difficulties for enrollment, you can actually message us there. I also put all the FAQs, things that you might encounter in the website. Everything that you need to know and to learn as well is posted there. So kindly like or join the Facebook page so that you will be informed in every update, as well as a platform link. I also include that in the chat box. So if ever later on, I explain to you how to register and even enroll in the platform. But again, before I go to the platform, I would like to ask all of you a simple question, because I myself considered, you know, whenever I have a free time, I love playing games, mobile games, ML, Mobile Legends, before COD, Call of Duty, and I think it's really nice to know kung ilang oras ba yung ating ginugugol pag meron tayong mga free time. So I would like to ask everyone, how many hours do you spend watching Netflix series, K-dramas, playing games, or even watching videos on TikTok? Let me know your answer in the chat box. 1 hour and a half, okay? 2 hours, 2 to 4, okay. So mostly 4 hours. 5 hours for K-drama. Oh, si Sean, 6 hours. Ang daming time ni Cyril, 10 hours. Unlimited hours until malobat. Until the end, season ends. Ayan, sana all marami kayong time sa paglalaro ng ML. But anyways, the reason why I asked that, guys, it's because some of the students feel na overwhelmed sila when they actually see the list of the lessons and modules. Well, I truly understand that because of lots of, school works, even yung mga house chores natin, tayo naman yung gumagawa, di ba? But the thing is, as explained by Miss Maya a while ago, may mga estudyanteng nakakatapos agad in no time, actually, the program itself. I remember one of our students in Binild, I don't know how he did it, but he finished the whole program for 1 week. There you go. So if ever you are somehow very chill lang tayo sa ating bahay or focus on studying, I think you also have a chance to finish the program in 1 whole week. However, much better if you can actually deep dive the lesson itself, because it's truly useful for you, especially if you are going to enter the corporate world. So now let me share to you the platform. The platform is, we actually called it Next Gen, okay? So this will be the image you will be able to see once you click the link that I sent a while ago. So this is the login, okay? So once you have your access there, you need to sign in, and there's 3 important parts that you need to remember in navigating the platform itself, okay? I understand that some of the students is not really tech savvy, but Wadhwani Foundation truly understand your problem with that, okay? So the first thing that you need to remember is how to go doon sa list ng modules and lessons, okay? Second is your dashboard, and the third and last important is the reports tab, because in reports tab you will be able to see your progress and the comprehensive skills scorecard, okay? But first, once you log in, you will be able to see your dashboard, okay? That's the number 1 thing, guys, okay? It will be a different image that you will see there. you will actually see the program that you are enrolled and the deadline and the percentage of how many modules or programs you've been done during or that time. Okay, so that is the first one that you need to remember. The second one is saan ko po makikita yung modules and lessons. Okay, so once you're there in your dashboard, you will be able to see the program itself. So you just need to click that, or you can click the go to course. Okay. Once you are there, you will be able to see on this part the modules here. Remember, guys, we have here all of the modules, so you have to make sure you click everything. Okay. So for students who didn't attend the orientation, don't worry. Wadhwani Foundation already provide that as well for you. Just click the orientation and you will be oriented and know all the things that you need to learn in the platform. But let's go back to the modules. So the first one is once you click the communication basics and importance, you will be able to see all of the parts. Now, remember, all of these are really important as what Miss Maya told you, okay? So for watch, I think the longest video you can actually watch here is 8 minutes, okay? And the reason why I asked the time is spent on playing games, watching K-dramas, watching Netflix series, and even watching videos on TikTok is because roughly you will be able to finish one lesson in less than 30 minutes, okay? So if ever in these modules in communication basics, let's say there is 15 lessons, just give it 2 hours. Apat na agad yung matatapos niyo. In that way, you will be able to finish it in no time, the first module. Okay, especially for those who have 4 hours of free time. I'm not telling you to actually not to give yourself a rest. But if you really wanted your day to be really, to learn something even more, maybe we can actually allot time on doing the program itself. Okay, so let's try and check the first lesson in communication basic. So this is the watch.
Communication, basics and importance. In this video, we will learn what communication is. We will also learn the importance of communication and ways to improve our communication skills to have better personal and professional relationships. Talking is an integral part of living. We talk to our family members, friends, people at work, and even strangers. But do we really communicate with them? Let's see how communication is different from talking. Talking simply refers to speaking words and sentences. Sometimes the message is understood, sometimes it is not. Communicating is one step further in the process. It is the sharing of information between 2 or more people to reach a common understanding. Communication is a two-way process. It needs a sender or a speaker and a receiver or a listener. The speaker's role is to speak clearly, while the listener's role is to pay attention to the speaker.
Jam, you're on mute.
Okay, sorry about that. Again, this one is the watch. So once you have your account, you will be able to see and watch the whole video itself and all the contents of the lessons under communication basics and important. Okay, remember guys, you have in this one, the watch video is 6 minutes. So let's try to check the next part, which is the think, okay? Okay, for the think part, we truly understand that sometimes students or participants do ask the coordinators or facilitators why their answers is correct or incorrect, diba? And sometimes we understand the coordinators do have lots of students to assist, and sometimes hindi na tayo nasasagot. But this time, this section platform is actually helps both coordinator and the participants to know why their answer is correct or incorrect. It's really interactive, guys. I'll show you an example.
In this activity, you will think about the importance of effective communication in your personal and professional life. Click the Start button to proceed. What is the purpose of communication? Select 3 correct responses and click
Okay.
Submit.
I'll show you an example.
That is incorrect. You have not correctly identified all the reasons for communication. While sometimes it may be important to prove your point and get the other person to agree with what you are saying, it is important to understand that to communicate effectively, you have to approach the other person positively and not with the intent to prove them wrong or have the upper hand. We will learn more about assertive communication in progressive lessons, where we will discuss how to get the person to agree with you without showing aggression.
Now let's try naman for the correct one.
That is correct. Being able to communicate effectively is perhaps the most important of all life skills. It is what enables us to pass information to other people and to understand what is said to us. When we communicate effectively, we not only exchange information clearly, we are also able to express ourselves and our feelings in a more appropriate manner. This can then help us influence people and convince them of our views.
So that's how the think works. So it's actually helpful for the students as well, for the coordinator. At least you will have an idea why your answer is correct or incorrect. Now let's go to the next part, which is to collaborate. I know that this is a less not important because you will be having a synchronous session once or twice a week. And there will be some activities that you need to do while you're in there in the session. But just to let you see the content of the collaborate part, I'll show you an example.
Here is an opportunity to collaborate with others to understand the importance of good communication. Click the Start button to begin this act. Collaborate and learn through interaction with your classmates, community members,
Okay.
and peers. Click to select your learning
So as you can see
situation.
here, there's different types of interactions where you can actually learn. This is a situation for classroom, community, and online. And our setup is online. So you can actually choose that one and you will be able to see an activity where it can serve as your output for this program. Example, this one. This is a time where you and your peers or your team will collaborate and share ideas and opinions about the topic that will be given in this platform. Okay. Next part, it is really important, and was what Ms. Maya said a while ago, that this will actually generate your scores in your comprehensive scorecard. Okay. In this part, the questions will, it's really situational. The reason for that is Wadhwani Foundation would love or would like to actually know the students. This will be really important because it can actually happen to you when you are inside your workplace. Okay, the do part is actually situational. The situation will actually depends on how or what will be the student's answer on the certain question. So you have to choose the right answer thoroughly because it can affect the situation in this one. So just to let you know how it works, I'll show you an example for this part.
Here is an opportunity to practice the basics of effective communication in personal and professional situations.
Okay,
Select a
so
game
guys,
mode.
don't be confused because the play mode is a practice. Okay, but for those participants who don't want to waste time because maraming ginagawa, we truly understand that, you can go ahead and click the test mode. This is the test that you need to do because the play mode is just a practice, okay?
Help Sarah communicate effectively in different situations on a typical workday.
That is the situation.
It's 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday and Sarah is late for her job. Her grandmother who stays with her is ill today and Sarah had to help her at home this morning. Sarah stays far away from her office and takes the 9 a.m. bus that drops her in front of her office. Having just seen the time, Sarah realizes that she has missed that bus. The only option now is to take the next one, which takes a much longer route and hence much more time to reach her office.
I should have left home half an hour ago. I hate being late for office. I must leave as soon as possible. I don't want to miss the next bus too. I'm leaving for office, Granny. I will see you in the evening. Call me if you need anything.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you for taking care of me this morning. You have a good day, and be safe.
Yes, Granny. Bye.
Unfortunately for Sarah, the next bus not only takes the longer route to her office, it is also a very old vehicle with torn-up seats and dirty interiors. Sarah, already being frustrated because of the delay, isn't pleased about the state of the bus and doesn't want to pay for such bad quality transport. Meanwhile, the bus conductor approaches her for tickets.
Bus ticket, ma'am. Ma'am, excuse me. I'm sorry ma'am, but you will be fined for traveling without the ticket if you don't respond to me.
Sarah replies back in her native language with rude gestures which further offends the conductor.
I don't understand what you're saying, ma'am. Please buy the ticket or else you will have to get down at the next stop.
Get down at the next stop? Why?
Help Sarah identify what went wrong in the given situation. Select 2 correct options, and click Submit.
I was clear in my communication but the conductor was not ready to listen to my reasons. I was afraid and displayed fear by not being open to talking with the bus conductor. I was correct to show my displeasure about the services by not responding to the conductor. I was rude and showed disregard by not being open to talking with the bus conductor. I was rude and spoke in my native language which the conductor couldn't understand.
Click the audio icons to listen to Sarah's thoughts again.
Okay, as I said a while ago, guys, the situation will depend on your answer. Example?
That's true. I'm not being courteous to the conductor. I shouldn't be rude to him. A person's feelings influence how message is understood.
So that's how it works, guys. So you have to be careful on choosing the answer because it will depend on it, okay? So that is the 2 part. Now let's go to the last part, which is the explore. Okay, so for students who really wanted to deep dive the lessons that you're currently taking, the explore part will actually help you to find another videos or articles that has a same topic to read and talk about. Okay.
This section includes resources that will help to understand the topic. Click the Start button to begin. Click on each resource link to discover more.
Example. Okay, may ads.
The importance of communication skills.
That's how it works, guys. So, okay, remember all the parts and make sure you try to check every part again, okay? So now let's go back to home. And the last part that you need to remember in the platform is the reports tab, okay? Here, you can click this one and you will be able to see your progress in the platform. Now, for faculty account, they will be able to see your scores individually in this part. But for students account, you will be able to see your progress. So may bar graph here, and it will indicate how many percentage you got in formative assessment 1, 2, 3, 4, and a summative assessment. Okay. Oh, under here, you will be able to see the comprehensive skilling scorecard, which Maya discussed a while ago. You can actually download that here and include it to your portfolio. So those are the things that you need to remember when you are trying to navigate the Wadhwani Foundation Next Gen platform. Okay? So next will be, paano naman po yung mag-register and paano naman po mag-enroll sa mismong platform. So I'll show you a video on how to do that. So after the video, you can actually ask if you have any questions or clarifications.
Hi, in this video, you will see how to use the NextGen platform so you can begin your learning journey. Let's get started. To access 21st century courses at no cost, enter this URL on the web browser of your mobile or computer: web.opportunity.wfglobal.org. This is the first screen you'll see when you arrive at the NextGen platform. Here, click the Get Started button. If you have signed up earlier and have your login details, use it to sign in. However, if this is your first time on this platform, click the Sign Up button. Then, enter your email ID and then click Create. Enter your password and then confirm it. Then, click Confirm Password and sign up. You will receive a verification email from Wadhwani Foundation. Check your inbox and open the email. Click the Verify Email button to complete the verification process. Now you'll see a confirmation that your account has been verified. Click Sign In now. You will be redirected to this screen. Here, click Get Started. Enter your login ID and password and then click Sign In. Now you can create your profile in less than 30 seconds. Just enter basic details like your name, city, contact number, year of birth, and your gender. Then enter your most recent.
Okay, so this is a frequently asked by the students. And under education, guys, remember you need to put graduate. Okay, remember that one.
Education qualification. Congratulations, your profile is now created. You can edit your profile details by clicking the profile icon. To take a course, you will need to enroll first. To enroll, you need to enter the batch code. If you have been assigned a trainer, he or she will give you the batch code. Enter the 12-digit batch code and click the Enroll button.
Okay, now guys, this is important part. The batch code will be given by your facilitator, but sometimes we actually post it in the Facebook page. So again, guys, please join there so you will be able to know which batch code you need to use, because again, a batch code is very unique per batch. So if ever you put or type different batch code, you might be enrolled in a different facilitator's batch. So you have to be careful on using the batch code itself. But again, once the batch is created, we will be able to give to you the batch code that you need so you can enroll yourself in the platform.
Now, you're ready to start learning. Click Resume to begin. On the right-hand side, you will see the course menu. Here, you can see all the topics that you will study in the course. Every course starts with a program orientation video, which includes details about the lessons, assessments, and the scorecard. Click it to watch it. This video will help you understand how to complete the course, so take your time and watch it completely. From the menu, click the plus sign, and you will see all the lessons within that module. Click a lesson to view it. This is how a lesson will look. Each lesson will have 5 parts. To complete a lesson, you will have to complete all 5 parts. To start your learning, click the first part of the lesson. When you're done, click the next arrow to move to the next part of the lesson. For the think part, always select normal mode. Keep continuing like this until you have completed all 5 parts. Then, you can move on to the next lesson. This course has multiple formative assessments during the length of the course and one summative assessment at the end of the course. Before you can attempt an assessment, you must complete all the lessons listed above it. The way to access all these assessments is the same. To get started, just select the assessment from the course menu. Then, Click the assessment to open it. Now click the Attempt Quiz Now button. The assessment questions will display one by one. Read the questions carefully and select the most ideal option. To move on to the next question, click Next Page. After you've completed all the questions, click Finish Attempt. If you are unsure and want to revisit your answers, you can click Return to Attempt. However, if you are satisfied and don't want to make any changes to the answers you've selected, click Submit All and Finish. You will be asked to confirm your selection. Click Submit All and Finish. Now, you'll be able to see whether you answered each question correctly. If you have answered a question incorrectly, you'll be able to see what the correct answer should have been. When you're done reviewing all the questions, click Finish Review. Now, you'll be able to see your score of the assessment. Remember, you're allowed 2 attempts on each assessment. So if you feel you want to improve your score, you can take the assessment again by clicking Re-Attempt Quiz. To exit the course section and return to your dashboard, click the Close button at the top left. This is your dashboard. Based on the number of lessons you have completed, you will see your score and the remaining time you have to complete the course. To view a detailed report on your performance in the assessments, click the View Reports button. This is how the report section will look. Finally, to send and receive messages, click the chat icon. You will see the chat section. Here, you can chat with other students from your batch and your teacher. Now, you're all set to begin your learning journey. All the best and happy learning.
And that's it. So if you guys do have questions or clarifications, you can ask that right away. Miss Anne?
Thank you, Miss Jam. So thank you for your wonderful presentation, Sir Chris and Ma'am Maya. So at this point, we're going to have our open forum so that we can answer the questions or clarifications of our students. So guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourselves and you can ask the question directly, or kung medyo nahihiya, pwede natin i-type sa ating chat box and then I'll read it for you. Sige, let's give them a few seconds to think about their questions and to type it, and then we will address your questions. Baka meron kayong mga hindi naintindihan, or baka if you want to ask more questions or to clarify some things, this is the right time for you guys. Sige, let's hear from you. Okay, Miss Maya's already put sa ating chat box yung information how to register dun sa NextGen platform. Okay, anybody who would like to ask a question, you can send it to everyone, or you can, kung medyo nahiya, you can send it to me privately and then I'll just read it. I won't need to say your name. Sige, you can ask the questions. Ayan, nag-inform na din si Miss Maya to get your batch code. So you have to wait for the announcement in the FB group from the GCCSO. So we will be providing that FB group link to each and every one of you. So please join that page for the UE Global Career Program 2023 FB page, because all of the instructions will be posted there. And please know, when you start the Wadhwani program, please finish all the activities. Tapusin natin lahat. Okay, so here are the links being posted sa ating chat box. You can click that so that you can join the FB group already. And you can also now click the platform so that you can check it for yourselves. Walang tanong? Seryoso? Ayan, thank you for the questions. UE Gmail po ba ang gagamitin namin para mag-sign in? Miss Anne?
Yan. I think natanong din siya kaninang morning.
Mm-mm.
Si Sir Chris ang sumagot nito. Tama po ba, Sir Chris? Andiyan po si Sir Chris.
Yeah, Chris is in another meeting already, but
Okay.
let's quickly answer. So there are two ways of going through this. So one is we will abide by the rules of UE. So if they require your school email ad to be used, then we will abide by that. The only downside is that you actually you will have access to the platform for live. So if you will use your UE email address, so that will be coterminous when you leave the university. So you will not be able to access the platform anymore. So you may use your personal email ad as long as you have informed GCCSO. So importante inform sila. Or you can also, provide that personal email ad sa resume link so that in the future, yung mga trainings na available pa online, we can send it to you. So there are two ways of going through this. So we will let GCCSO decide which one you will use.
Thank you, Miss Maya. Yes, Miss Anne?
Question lang for Miss Maya. Ako na yung magtatanong. Miss Maya, is there a way, kunwari, they registered using their UE email, then afterwards, they decided to change their email? Pwede ba yun?
Jam, is it possible or yun yung permanent nila? Parang yun yung permanent nila, di ba?
Yes, it will be permanent na po. But the thing is, if there is a problem with their email na ginamit at first, they can actually do that. But if there's none naman po, I think it's much better to use the first one that they registered.
Kasi po, for the registration, we just ask for the UE email. Yun po yung pinaka-concern. So that I will know if I have to include the personal email. Pero kasi yung morning, they have already registered na. So using their UE email. So pwede ba yun pag babaguhin? Pwede naman.
Later on, parang hindi na Jam.
Yes, because it will be counted as another person who registered in the
Okay. Sige, noted po dyan. Thank you.
All right, we have two more questions. So, paano daw po kapag hindi nakapag-register sa program at hanggang kailan daw po ang registration for the account?
Okay. And for Wadhwani Foundation, there is no deadline, but we still follow the deadlines of the UE, the GCCSO po. So if ever the GCCSO have a deadline on the registration and enrollment, that's where we're going to follow.
And paano daw po kaya kapag hindi nakapag-register sa program?
Okay. So I think, within the deadline, or I think, wala namang, regarding with the registration, wala naman siya restriction again. Wala siyang restriction. It will be depending on the GCCSO. So kapag hindi siya nakapag-register, I think kung i-allow ng ating coordinators or GCCSO, then that person or that student can still register pa rin naman po.
Yes, Miss Anne.
And I'll answer na po siguro kasi ako yung magsiset ng timeline natin. So we will just be allowing a certain days for you to register. So basically, those who have only attended this orientation will be the ones included to sa registration ng program. Why? Mahirap po siyang i-navigate if you have not attended the orientation. Now, I understand that there are some students who were not able to attend today because na-maximize na po natin yung allowed na Zoom participants. But we are recording this and we will be posting this on our YouTube channel, and later on we will post on our FB page on how you will be able to access the orientation. Tapos from there po, we are going to set a deadline. Lahat ng mag-a-answer ng attendance, bibigay ko rin po yung link after po ng open forum natin. Only those who have registered on the attendance and have attended the orientation, sila lang po yung makaka-join sa program natin. Pag hindi po nakapag-join, hindi nakapag-register, definitely hindi po kayo makakapag-gawa ng program kasi the program itself is inside the platform. So yun na yung pinaka-registration na ini-instruct sa inyo kanina. Yan, I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, Miss Anne. Anybody else would like to ask a question? Baka meron pang gustong i-clarify. You can just
Ayan,
type it.
Miss Grace, Miss Diane, meron po dito.
Ayan.
If may fixed hours na raw po ang synchronous session. Mukhang ako rin sasagot nito.
Yes.
Can I answer?
Yes,
Pagkasunod
please.
sila nitong isa na ask daw niya if yung collaboration or group activities paano raw yung schedule. So the synchronous section are actually collaboration sessions. So kaya pag-i-assign ko yung question ninyo, we will set a specific date for this one. Ngayon, for colleges na medyo malaki, we are going to divide it. So like sa CBA, sa CAS, na medyo marami yung participants, we might be dividing it into 2 sessions or 3 sessions, depende kung gaano karami yung nag-participate sa college. Depende sa schedule. Kung meron po kaming schedule offered na swak sa inyong free time, doon po kayo magjo-join. Okay? If in case na medyo alanganin po tayo sa schedule, kindly inform the guidance counselor para alam din namin kung ano yung concerns po ninyo. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We have another question. Just give me a second. Gumagalaw yung... wait lang po. Biglang dumami yung question. Ayan, so makaka-affect daw po ba sa OJT nila yung program kasi sila ay nag-i-internship pa? And then we have another question po. Ayan, may mga humihingi pa po ng links kasi na-exit daw sila sa Zoom. So,
up natin ulit yung yung links. Kindly join the Facebook group. This is specifically for the UE Career Global Career Program. So itong program na ito, this is a closed group. So tayo-tayo lang po ang nandito. We will be posting the announcements, the links, and your questions. Sasagutin dito rin po sa FB page na ito. And for the other question, kung makaka-apekto sa internship,
yes po.
Yung internship hours nyo, syempre definitely wala po kaming hold dyan. So as is, yun yung internship hours nyo. Now, please understand that this is a requirement for you sa inyong exit interview. So bago kayo makapag-exit interview with the guidance or GCCSO, you have to comply with this particular activity. Ma'am, required po ba ito sa OJT? The exit interview is actually required sa OJT. So I think it will answer your question. So sunod-sunod kasi siya, okay?
Yeah.
So ito po yung hihingi namin requirement for your exit interview, which in turn, the exit interview naman is required for your OJT Form 7. So kailangan niya po talagang attendan ito.
Okay, I guess that also
alam
answer
nyo,
the question, no? May question kasi na is this a prerequisite para makagraduate?
Ayun, katulad nun, kasi kung required siya sa OJT, di ba? And siguro wag natin tingnan yung requirement. Ako nakakalungkot lang kasi if we keep on thinking na required. But rather, we have also to look at the benefits. Bakit tayo may ganitong activity? Yun. And I think it was mentioned also that you will be getting the employability certificate. Okay, so hindi siya certificate ng basta certificate na may webinar, yung ganun. This is a training certificate which you can actually use to your advantage when you are about to apply sa inyong trabaho once you graduate. Kasi iba nagbabayad pa po para sa employability certificate and this one is given for free. So yun lang, kailangan lang tayo kaninyong magbigay ng time. Siyempre, in every training, we have to also give time din naman. That is also your investment for yourself, guys.
All right, thank you. Before we go to the next questions, I think Miss Grace is raising her hand. Yes, Miss Grace.
Yeah, I'd just like to add also, this is also, diba, self-paced naman to, diba, Ma'am Ann, itong we are not requiring you to finish it on one sitting. So all you have to do is manage your time. Kasi even if you're having your OJT, if you think about it, parang you can also, hindi naman siguro 24 hours kayo nag-OJT. So this is also part, sabi nga, hindi ka this is also part of your requirement, pero as much as we want you not to think about it kasi there are more benefits than just thinking of it as a requirement. Pero sige, sabihin natin yun yung main reason, then you should, di ba? All the more, you know, create a time management technique that will work for you. So yun lang, add ko lang yun.
Thank you, Miss Grace. We have a student raising his hand, Piolo Almoide. Yes.
Good afternoon po,
Good
ma'am. Am
afternoon.
I audible po?
Yes, you are.
As lang po namin since yung OJTRs po kasi namin 8 to 5 po and nag-worry po kami kung if ever po natatama po yung synchronous sessions po namin regarding po rito. Paano po kaya yung ma'am? Since ito po, kagaya po kanina na yung supervisor po namin dito sa OJT po namin na nasabi po na bakit parang natatama po yung schedule po nito sa mismong OJTRs po namin. Ayun po ma'am. Thank you po.
Thank you, Piolo. Who'd like to answer the question?
Piolo, hindi naman siguro natatama kasi 8 to 5 eh. So, saan naman natin isisingit? Pagka hindi sa 8 to 5, di ba full, office hours? So, siguro paalam lang tayo na maayos. The last batch that we had this, last sem, OJT rin nila. And synchronous sessions naman are conducted online. So, merong pre-work that you are going to do asynchronously. Tapos discussions lang naman po yung synchronous natin or will be conducted online. So, yun naman po yung ating schedule. Paalam lang tayo na maayos.
Miss Anne, may I add something?
Yes,
On top of what I said, okay. So thank you, Piolo, for that concern. That's very valid. In our experience, if you're an OJT, technically you're still under the academic responsibility, meaning the industry or the company should give way if there is an academic requirement or meeting. Katulad sa RTU, for example, we're running this. We have participants who are working at the same time, actual work to not an OJT, they are employed. They're fully employed. So what they did was they talked with their supervisor and asked if they can attend the collaboration session, and it's part of employee training. So in short, walang ginagastos yung kumpanya, pero they are getting trained for free. So that's actually to their advantage. And the synchronous session is only 1 to 1.5 hours. Mahaba na yung 2 hours. So depende dun sa i-design ng GCCSO. But in our experience, because you're still part of the academic community, nasa pag-explain nyo lang, if you need a letter, you just ask the GCCSO for your supervisor to allow you to attend the collaboration sessions. I think there should be no conflict there. If there is, then let your guidance counselor talk to the supervisor because they have to allow you. I hope you understand. Okay? Thank you, Miss Anne.
Thank you, Miss Maya. So we have another concern here from a student. On-site daw po kasi ang kanilang OJT. And everyday nagbabago ang shift, ilang days po itong program. Baka hindi yata niya nadinig na self-face na yung program. It's just that you just have to attend yung collaboration session, hindi naman siya araw-araw. Tama ba, Miss Anne?
Yes po. Ganito na lang. Since yung iba medyo hindi rin naman kasi syempre your concerns are all valid, right? Yung may mga concerns pa after this, siguro maganda if you email or you get in touch with your counselor para at least mas specific yung aming maibibigay na assistance para sa inyo. Ganun na lang siguro. Kasi mahirap yung yung iba-iba rin kasi kayo ng schedule, right? So para mas alam namin how we will go about yung scheduling natin. Okay?
Thank you, Miss Anne. All right. I guess those are just the questions na meron tayo, no? Ayan. So thank you guys for asking your great questions, and thank you to our speakers for answering our enthusiastic students. So that's all for the open forum. Back to you, Miss Grace. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Diane. I know maraming apprehensions ang ating mga soon-to-be graduates. But, yun nga, tama si Ma'am Anne, just just communicate with your respective guidance counselors kasi mas alam namin kung ano yung mga schedule na pwede nating i-work out for that. Okay? So don't worry about it. We'll assist you all the way naman. Hindi naman namin kayo pababayaan. All right? So again, thank you to everyone who asked their questions, and we hope that all your inquiries were answered. And if ever na meron pa kayo yan, please email us at guidance@ue.edu.ph. Now, may reminders lang tayo. Please scan the QR code or click on the evaluation form link na ilalagay. Ayan na po ni Ma'am Ann. This is for your attendance as well as the evaluation because we want to hear from you. We want also to improve on our services. So please don't forget to do that. Okay? So ayan, siguro we'll wait for a few seconds pa to flash that on the screen. All right. All right. Yes. So later on after ng ating end we will end with the UE hymn. Please don't go yet. No, we will have a short lang, very very short lang na magte-take lang tayo ng screenshot of this activity, but don't worry, this will not be uploaded to any of the social media sites. It's for documentation purposes only. All right. So now we have come to the end of the activity, and now to officially end it, yeah, so please join me in singing the UE hymn.
Pamantasan ka naming mahal, ilaw sa kainglan, buhay, lakas, punong damay, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo ay malhati at sandigan ka ng pamantasan ng silangan, pamantasan ka naming mahal, pamantasan ka naming mahal, ilaw sa karimlan, buhay, lakas, tunong damay, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo ay walhati at sandigan ka ng lahi. Pamantasan ng silangan, pamantasan ka naming mahal.
All right, thank you very much. So, as I said kanina, sige po, you can stop sharing, Miss Shady. Ayan. Then, if I could request you to open your camera for just a little, a few seconds lang. Don't worry. Hindi namin yan
Ang cute naman ang nakagrupo,
ipopose.
Miss Grace.
Shout out sa mga magkakasama dahil
Oo,
hindi na makapasok.
That's so
Ginawa
Nasa
nila ng
OJT
paraan.
sila talaga. Gumagawa silang
Nakakaaliw kayo.
paraan.
Nakakaaliw kayo.
Yes.
Ginawa nila ng paraan, sama-sama sila.
Correct. Diba? Ganyan ang mga taga-UE. Yan ang mga
Kaway-kaway sa mga nasa live nila ng
magaling
UE
sa
ngayon.
gumawa ng troubleshooting.
Masaya yung collaboration nyo.
Yes. Ako nga mamaya, ako ay excited na rin. Alright, sa aking, sino po ang kukuha? Miss Anne, ikaw na kasi kanina ikaw
Sige, ako
rin.
na po. Para isang gano'n na lang. Okay, again. Uy, ang dami ngayon, 12.
Yes. 7
Kanina
sa
5.
akin.
Sa akin po
Oo.
ay 12. Wait, tingnan ko kung kaya.
Carrie?
Mas marami. Wala, sagad na to. Sige, 12 po tayo ha. Just keep on smiling. Okay, open your cameras. And if you
Shout
open
out
your
lang po
camera,
sa mga taga CCSS po dyan. Ako po ang hanapin pag may mga tanong po. Lapit lang kayo, mga anak.
ayan. Pwede po tayo mag-email, tapos lagay na lang po subject. Wadhwani, tapos yung college ninyo para ma-direct kay counselor. Okay? I'll be taking the picture. Again, if you open your camera, you're signifying your consent that we take your picture. Okay, ready? So, 12
Ginagaya
po
ko yung
ito.
isang grupo eh. Ayan.
12 po ito. So, again, okay, 1, 2, 3. Next slide. Wait lang po, naglo-loading pa.
Oo nga, medyo mabagal nga rin sa akin.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Smile ulit. Dami nag-message po. Wait lang muna. Okay. Next slide. 1, 2. Teka lang. Ayaw tumuloy sa 3 kasi ayaw pa mag-open.
Oo nga, mabagal din sa akin mag-open.
Umagal po mag-open. Wait lang ha. Mukhang sabay-sabay nag-open ng camera yung mga tao sa opisina.
Okay, mag-stop muna ako.
Bahagi ng UE.
Mag-stop video muna.
Yung nandyan po sa may testing room namin.
Oo.
Yung mga OJT rin kasi kami nandito eh.
Okay. Nag-close muna ako, Ma'am Ann.
Wait. Okay, next slide. Yung next part, puro mga nakapatay na yung camera nila.
Sila JZL Maniago, ang dami rin nila. Maniago. Ang dami rin nila. Sina Rain, Bacordo, ang dami rin. Katuwa naman kayo.
Okay. 6 slide. Ito, konti na lang nag-open ang camera. Medyo
Grace
mabilis
Dominic,
na.
ang cute oh. Ang cute dyan. Nakakatuwa. Dapat pala may
Okay.
prize tayo sa best
9,
group dito.
10, 11, and 12.
Yes.
Ang cute naman.
Patawad,
Miss Anne, ano
matagal
kayo
lang.
ng best group pick? Nakakaaliw.
Mukhang sa collab, ma'am, magagawa natin.
Hi, Mylene. Shout out sa mga nasa Batangas.
Oh, di ba? Ang layo.
Doon. Doon
Yung mga
nag-OJT.
Doon sila
Sa
nag-OJT.
Batangas.
Ang sarap naman. Enjoy everyone. So looking forward to the collaboration. Thank you, Miss Anne, Miss Grace, Miss Diane, Miss
Thank you
Nila.
po.
Thank you.
Always welcome po.
Okay na po. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. So thank you guys for coming. Again, if you have any
Thank you
questions, you can
po.
email us.
See you sa Facebook.